Commerce, Oklahoma, killed in a UTV accident Tuesday evening, and a man from Miami was arrested for DUI causing great bodily harm. That crash happened when a Can-Am Defender hit the 9-year-old boy on a county road. The child in that crash listed as a pedestrian. He was flown to a Tulsa hospital, but passed away a short time later. The driver of that utility vehicle identified as 67-year-old Douglas Gray, who was taken to the Ottawa County Jail. Well, Schreiber Foods had a big expansion project planned in Carthage, but now officials say that is on indefinite hold. The company cited uncertain economic conditions for the pause, but says they're keeping all options open at this time. Your news is a service of Liberty Tree Guns, where you can buy your next gun for just $20 down and take 3 months to pay for it. No interest, no fees, no catch. Get a gun for just $20 down at Liberty Tree Guns. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-782-1310. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
We'll see mostly sunny skies today with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs nearing 80. Still a slight chance of storms tonight, low 60s. The chance of storms continues through Friday as we see a high near 75. Rain and storms possible on Saturday with highs right around 70.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar showing a few clouds over the 4 states.
55 in Carthage, 57 in Pittsburgh, 57 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, which is being brought to you by Josh Meeker at Country Financial. And today we're featuring Thomas Jefferson Day School's first grade class.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your class group or your kids or whomever to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to the KIX website. There on the main page, there's a button you can hit that'll tell you how to upload your audio.
We're just 14 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
Just be caller number 5 at 720. Tell us what the sound is, and you're going to win all of the cash and the jackpot.
Here's John Morgan with Jason Aldean.
On KIX 102.5. Morning, everybody.
You know what I got a real sudden hankering for during the middle of news, and I don't know why?
Leprosy?
No. A crab rangoon.
You weirdo.
I don't
you
know
weirdo.
why.
You freak.
That
is weird.
We were just sitting here talking, and I was like, crab rangoon.
It's 5 minutes after 7
Who
o'clock
cares?
in the morning.
I've been up since like 4. You don't wake up as early as I do.
3 hours. Yeah. She's got a lot of work to do.
I do.
And you can see she didn't do all of it.
I did not. You're not wrong, though, which is why my hair's doing this like little...
Rangoon at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Who cares what time it is? Our schedules are not normal. You don't think it sounds good? A crab rangoon?
Anything sounds good right now. You know, I'm just pretty much, as inappropriate as it sounds, I just put it in my mouth and hope that for the best. Which is...
Oh, my gosh.
Also...
That is not a good way to go through life.
No, let's just...
We don't need to hear about what happened last Tuesday night at your house. Morning to Megan. See, Megan says they sound so good right now. Thank you.
You know what I think sounds
Megan
good?
and I are on the same page.
Breakfast casserole.
Morning, Jimmy. Morning,
with
Devin.
Biscuits and
Christy's
gravy and sausage and hash browns. That sounds good.
I mean, that sounds pretty good,
okay,
too.
take your crab rangoon and flush it because we've got this.
Let's not do that. The thin, crispy, sweet, creamy ones. Yes, Megan. See, Megan gets it.
I don't care. You give me that or breakfast casserole with biscuits and gravy.
Oh, B&G.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm not even looking at the rangoon again.
Do you put Tabasco sauce on your biscuits and
No,
gravy?
I put salsa.
Ew, okay.
No, it is
Yes,
the best.
Ew,
Have
no,
you not
because
had
you
one?
have chunky peppers and chunky
Yes.
tomato and
oh my gosh,
onion.
just very lightly. I put that over the top of anything breakfast related.
I have just
Jeannie uses it on
disregarded your entire opinion.
omelets, scrambled eggs, anything with eggs, pretty much. Hi there, morning KIX. You just hung up, so I'm not talking to you.
There's nobody there.
I'm practicing.
You're talking to yourself.
Let me practice. How's that different from any other day?
Morning, Melissa. Why is gluten-free B&G not a more accessible thing?
Why are you calling it B&G?
I don't know.
I feel like you're trying to...
Biscuits and gravy. I mean, you could easily hop over to Big Biscuit, and you could
easily. I could not easily
biscuit
get
and gravy.
over there. I don't
have that option. Salsa's better for sure with a couple of shakes of Cholula.
Yep.
Cholula,
I
yes.
like salsa way better. Tabasco's too strong of a taste to me.
Well, you don't douse it. You just kind of a couple of dots and mix it up, and it's so
in there.
good.
And I like the salsa texture and stuff. I do.
So when I first got into radio, I used to do a Friday night show. And then once I'd done that for a while, they gave me a Saturday night show as well. And that show ended at 2 a.m. when all the bars were closing. And so my co-host and I would go to this place called Apco, which was a tiny restaurant in the back of a gas station at 2 a.m, which is where everybody went when the bars closed. And that was one of the things that was like a specialty there is you got biscuits and gravy, and they always served it with Tabasco. And I don't know. It was great.
You go to Waffle House or anyway, Tabasco's on every table, but I just don't like. I'm not a fan of Tabasco sauce.
See, that's your first problem.
It's just there's too much of a chili pepper influence in that.
I mean, granted, I will always reach for Cholula over Tabasco.
I'm not a fan of Cholula.
You what?
No. But I am. I mean, we keep salsa in the house all the time. It's one of my favorite things to do is take tater tots with melted cheese all over the top of it and salsa over the top of that.
Okay, that does sound good.
But
are you okay? So
when Gina makes her omelets, she does that really thin egg,
right,
and about that much mozzarella cheese with mushrooms, green and red peppers,
ham, right?
Ham.
He's told me this so many times that I know what's in his
So
omelet.
she puts that on, and before she folds it, she puts a layer of salsa and folds that.
So it's warm salsa.
Well, relatively. I mean, she does it as she's folding it, and then serves it immediately. So not really. Yeah,
Morning,
same Tiffany. I'm starving.
Okay.
Well, and our topic today is food related. So we're talking about your go-to junk food.
So get ready to hear food all morning.
Yeah, so she does that omelet with 2 of these little hash brown rectangle things that we have, and then 2 sausage, and that
sounds good.
My go-to meal.
Really good.
I am starving.
Not IHOP bacon. No, you need First Watch bacon. Thank you, Nikki, for that.
Yes.
Their bacon is so good.
So Nikki sent this over to us one time. She's the one that buys us food all the time, much to our chagrin. But First Watch has this maple syrup bacon that is just
insanely good. Holy cow. Yeah, you got a little jewel right here.
Yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. Somehow I once saved a piece of that she had sent and took it to my wife so she could try it.
Yeah.
Why have we not
go.
ever gone and eaten that again?
I don't know.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine today, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms with highs nearing 80. It is 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast, tell you about the chance of rain that's supposed to affect us going into the weekend in about 15 minutes.
And we're just 9 minutes away from your chance to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union secret sound.
But the jackpot, did you know it's over $500 now?
Yeah, it is growing quick.
So your chance to guess that and win is only 9 minutes from now.
All you got to do is be calling number 5 at 720. Tell us what the secret sound is. The money is yours.
Here's Brantley Gilbert.
On KIX 102.5.
I'm reading Megan's comment over here. Yeah, we had that at the KIX brunch. And I'm like, what KIX brunch? That's the one you guys did.
I wasn't there for
I don't
it.
know what she's
But,
talking about.
Yeah, some of the KIX folks got together and had brunch together.
Oh, well, I wasn't
Ooh,
there.
Tiffany,
I wasn't
that
even
sounds good.
invited to that. So,
Yeah, that was a thing. Okay, who is sending me stuff?
So I didn't get to eat supper until 12:30 in the morning.
It's Christine!
Christine! Hi there, Morning KIX. Hello. Hello.
Christine, what did you just send me?
Housekeeping. You want fresh towel? Hello.
Okay. This is the banana thing she was telling me about.
No, we can't have that on the air. I told you guys. That's not.
Banana. Chicken. Banana.
No,
Banana.
I ain't doing that.
Banana.
One thing, my
Chicken,
body doesn't
banana.
move like that. Weird.
This song is catchy. Morning, Christine. Okay, that song is so catchy. Okay, so Tiffany, what do you put on your microwave Supreme nachos and how do we make them? And also, I keep meaning to ask you this. Are you a salsa, I don't want to say snob, but do you have a specific one that you have to get?
Yep.
Or are you just kind of like whatever?
Yep.
Okay, which salsa is it?
Pace.
Oh, the picante?
Yeah, picante is my
Picanti.
favorite. But there is
That's what
also
we get, too.
this stuff called First Watch salsa that you can get from.
First Watch?
No, it's not them. It's just that's the name brand. I think that's what it's called, isn't it, Gina? First Watch. I think she gets it from Aldi. I may be wrong. It may be from Walmart, but it's just a little short jar, and that stuff is really good too. So I go through phases where I like that better than paste, and then I'll get on a paste kick. But yeah, I'm a little bit of a salsa specific.
Yeah, we always get paste.
Yeah.
Paste picante, always.
I like that.
The other day I made canned cinnamon rolls, but before putting them on the pan, I would split the cinnamon rolls in half.
I really
add a
like.
slice of it. Ooh,
My dad used to
yummy.
make salsa, and whenever I'd go down and see him when he was alive, he would always send me back with a whole bunch of jars. One thing he did well was that stuff.
Make salsa.
Yeah, I really liked his.
Morning, Gary Crow. Are you still in Nashville? It was Nikki, Dorinda, Megan, Sarah, and Melissa.
Well, thanks a lot for the invite, you snobs.
No Randy's allowed.
Stupids. Oh, here's what.
Okay, now you'll know for sure.
Late July. I'm sorry, it's not First Watch at
You
all.
are way
It's called Late July. Late July salsa.
I don't think I've ever
really,
heard of it
really like
before.
that stuff. Oh, look at my little.
What makes it so
look
good?
at my little notification.
Oh, I love it.
Late July salsa. Yeah. Where do you get it though? Where's it come from?
What makes it so good?
It's just the right balance. Some people make salsa and it's too sweet. I had somebody gave us some once, and I'm like, tastes almost like a dessert. It's not right.
Back when I bartended, our owner would make his own salsa, and people hated it because he would put like fistfuls of cilantro in there, and he'd get the stewed tomatoes and like get them really, really oh my gosh, it was so bad. But he was like, this was a hill this man was ready to die on.
Late July salsa available at Walmart. So
Walmart,
it's Walmart.
there you go.
Yeah, she does. I really like it, and it's right up there with paste. In fact, sometimes I like it better than paste. It's just a little different. It's not spicy or anything like that. It's just a little different flavor, texture. Paste is paste,
Yeah, paste is paste.
And if you get tired of that, this Late July stuff is really, really good. I think it's a good alternative.
Okay, hold on. We need to take a moment for these microwave supreme nachos from Tiffany. You take tortilla chips, shredded
Wait a
cheese,
minute.
chicken, bacon bits, rotel, green onion, topped with more cheese. After the cheese melts in the microwave, top with some lettuce and sour cream.
You can't put your chips in the microwave.
Do they get soggy?
Doesn't that make them rubbery? Don't they lose their chipness?
How do your chips stay chippy?
Oi, chip, Cheerio.
Chip.
I would not want to put my chips, I don't think, in the microwave.
I don't. We put ours in the like when we make nachos and stuff. It's in the oven.
We do ours in the air fryer usually.
I want an air fryer.
I can't believe you don't have one.
I can't believe we don't have one either. Kyle,
They're not that dear.
Gary says I love to get salsa and put in cut up avocados. Yes,
I mean, you can.
we do that too in my house, Gary.
There's better options. $80, $40. Here's one.
But is it good?
It's got 5 stars.
Oh, okay. That's got to be pretty good then.
I mean, the Ninjas are only $80. And yeah, the Ninja air fryers, which they're pretty good.
What do you have?
Forget what brand it is. I wouldn't recommend. Here's one, $45 Chef Man. 25,000 reviews, 5 stars.
Heck yeah. How much was that one?
$45.
$45.
A limited time deal. It's on sale right now.
Tiffany says you only keep them in there long enough to barely melt the cheese because if you melt the cheese too much, then they taste rubbery. There's a fine line.
There's a fine rubbery line.
3 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Your chance to guess to win the secret sound right after this.
Right after this? Really? Right after
Sorry,
this?
I was like, I don't
what are you doing? You're selling. We have 2 seconds. Hello, Morning KIX.
Yeah.
Hello, can I help you?
3 minutes until secret sound, okay? Hang tight.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Free Shabakadoo.
Shabakadoo.
It's a Vine thing, Randy. Just like, I got a basketball game tomorrow.
Okay, if you say so.
Megan gets it.
Yeah, warming up French fries, Gary, you're right. And almost warming up anything in the air fryer is great. So with my breakfast thing that Gina does, she does the hash browns in the air fryer. And they are just so perfect, so crispity, and
Crispity.
it does everything perfectly, so easily. I mean, 5 minutes, you know.
Which is crazy. We had French fries at dinner yesterday, and Beans had some left over. And it was one of those things like, well, they're not going to be good tomorrow. Like, what's the point of even keeping them at that point?
My wife, she's only used it for frying for the most part, and for things like that. But
Have you
the
guys
other
done the
day,
cookies in there?
no, but I've heard a lot of people done that. The other day, I said I was doing a breadstick, one of those garlic cheesy breadsticks, for to eat with dinner, and she said you need to put it in the oven for this long. I think it was like 15 minutes or something. I said, "Why don't you just put it in the air fryer?" And she goes, "Why would I do it?" I was like, "It's got a bake function. You can bake." And she had never done that, never used it for baking.
So Brady has a radio question. He said, so let's say someone that you're taking requests for songs and someone requests a song that's not a single. Are you able to play it?
Okay. It's a good question, Brady.
Can you answer it in a minute 50?
Yeah, we got a minute and 50 before we have to go on. So could I and get away with it? Yes. Would I? No. Because to what point and purpose is that? What benefit is that to the audience? They want to hear songs that they're familiar with, and you think, well, maybe they don't. And that's a bigger debate, but surveys prove that people want more familiar. And our argument, my biggest argument against that would be our ratings. We play top 40 music specifically, and we're number one in the 4 states, have been number one for 15, 16 years, while there are other stations breaking new music that are suffering and struggling along. So is it my own personal preference? No, not necessarily, but I know what works, and top 40 works. So, yeah, I would not do that, Brady. It would not be beneficial to KIX and to the audience.
Unemployed.
What would I tell them? Now, I might say, we'll get that on for you just because I hate saying no, or I'll see what I can do, or I'll look into that. I'll be watching for that song. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would do that rather than just say, no, I'm not playing that. Or I might have a discussion with them as to why I wouldn't. I don't mind doing that.
Yeah. Christine, you're missing out. Avocado was delicious.
Like,
to reach on my croissant. 25 seconds to secret sound. Who's ready?
I'm not so sure about avocado in and of itself, but I like say, what's the guacamole I will put on stuff.
Love guacamole.
Like guacamole on my, guacamole's good on the omelets. It's good on the tater tots. It's good on almost anything, any kind of Spanish food,
Here we go.
Gosh, I'm hungry. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 721.
Mostly sunny, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms with highs nearing 80. It is 57 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the forecast in just 5 minutes. But right now, it is time for you to win some cash with the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
We've got $502.50 that we would love to give to you.
If you can be caller number 5 at 623-1025 and tell us, what is this sound?
What do you think? What is that?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Be caller number 5 to win the cash.
From the 4 states, number one for cash. There is a hint coming this weekend.
Oh.
It will not be on the website.
What?
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2, try again.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 3, keep trying.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4, hurry up and call right back.
Hi, Morning KIX. Who is this? Say it again. Channing, where are you from? Channing from Baxter Springs.
You are caller number 5. Woo-hoo!
All right, Channing. We've got $502.50 in the jackpot.
And it could be yours if you can tell us what is this sound.
She says peeling a sticker label off of something.
For $502.50, that is not it.
Oh, Channing, but we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $527.50.
And give you another chance to get some win at 420 with Brett. Thanks, Channing. Have a great day.
Goodness. Huh?
We both just stopped.
I'm waiting.
Hello. Forget about it. Get it off or something. Seriously, Melissa, avocado is so good and it's good for you too. I agree.
Good fat.
Brady says, what about a song that is a single, but it's just below the top 40, like a song that MJ plays on Sunday nights with the New Music Showcase?
Good question. And hold on, let me get this done, Brady. This is Channing. Let me get this done. I'll answer that.
Oh, Floyd. I love to hear it. He is making great progress. Christy says I couldn't get through. Jimmy was caller 2. Christine, I waited too long to call. Nothing but busy.
Uh-huh.
Rats.
Okay, well, now you know. Okay, so Brady's wanting to know about songs that we recognize that are probably going to be a single. They're just not yet.
Right.
And one of the policies of KIX is that we do not break new music. We play familiar hits. We recognize that is the way to a successful radio station. It's been proven, tried and true for a long time. We have a track record that shows that. But we do recognize there are members of our audience that are very passionate about new and upcoming. So that's why we have the New Music Showcase. 2 hours on Sunday nights that MJ features from 10 to midnight. He selects the songs that he has a innate ability to recognize, and I go over a lot of those, and we both have worked very hard on that formula on how he chooses and selects for that. But it's not just anybody and anything. It's stuff that we recognize is more than likely, I'd say 80% of what we select on there ends up becoming a single and a hit later. So that gives us a place to direct people who are passionate for that. There's an outlet for them for that. It's just we would not do it all the time because let's say like it's Morgan Wallen's, or no, let's not do Morgan Wallen.
Hold on, we got to go. 2 seconds.
Yeah, hold on.
Just a second.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Secret Sound.
Channing from Baxter Springs.
You are caller number 5. Woo-hoo!
All right, Channing. We've got $502.50 in the jackpot.
And it could be yours if you can tell us what is this sound.
Is it peeling a sticker label off of something?
She says peeling a sticker label off of something.
For $502.50, that is. Not it.
Oh, Channing, but we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, making it $527.50.
And give you another chance to get some win at 420 with Brett.
Thank you.
There was a lot more. I moved it over. I'm like,
Like,
oh,
what are
I
you doing?
forgot to cut
What are
that
we
out.
doing? What
I
are we
forgot
doing?
to clip that. Oh, that's Christine. Okay, Brady.
Well,
I'm answering a question here. Hold on. Hi there, Morning KIX. Oh, I'm
hello.
fine. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, we were playing the secret sound on the radio. Yeah. Well, you've got to be caller number 5 to be able to make a guess. So we do it at 7:20 and 4:20, and you got to be number 5. That's one of the challenges with it. But the lady who just made her guess was incorrect. So that means you've still got a chance to guess and win. The jackpot's now at $527.50. 4:20 this afternoon. Be caller number 5, and you can do that. Good luck.
Good luck.
Hi there, Morning KIX. Hello.
Good morning. Oh,
Yeah, it was a little too late.
Christine.
But now you know. I don't know if you're running like a timer on this. But now you know a little bit quicker than that.
Mm-hmm. You're at like fractions of seconds at this point.
I will say this, Christine. I'm trying to keep the way I'm answering the phones a little more consistent to help you out. Yeah. Yep. I do all that I can.
But he still won't do the chicken banana dance.
Nope, not going to do the chicken banana dance. Not going to. Nope. Can't do the whole.
He can't move his body that
Yeah,
way.
my body won't do it. It's like fused. It won't
He
do
tried.
that. Later.
Bye, Christine.
Okay, back
Morning,
to your
Brendan.
question.
Morning, T-Span.
So let's say there was a song by Parker McCullum that nobody's ever heard of
Tiffany, that
before, but
sounds so good.
you really, really like it. Here's the thing. Let's say that a listener, an average listener, any old Betsy, John Doe, or Jane Doe, turns on the radio, doesn't recognize that, doesn't necessarily have any kind of emotional connection with that song. Maybe it's not even the kind that, what does that encourage? She's going to go looking for the song she wants to hear, right? So that is my job, is to play the song that a vast majority of the audience wants to hear. And KIX does that really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
So for the people who say, well, you guys play the same music all over, no, whatever. For one thing, we know that our average audience turns over about every 15 minutes. And you're like, really? That's all that people listen? On average, a majority of the audience only listens about 15 minutes. That's a quarter hour.
Okay, but here's the deal, though. KIX is very unique in this way that people on KIX actually stay tuned in for longer.
You think so? And and how do we know all this?
Mm-hmm.
Nielsen is the rating survey company that gives us this information. They do an average surveys twice a year. Actually, it's different now. But that's called an AQH share or a TSL share. And only about 20 to 22% of our audience spends longer than that across those. And a lot of the way that we facilitate people listening across quarter hours is by manipulating the audience. We manipulate. It sounds bad like that.
It sounds bad when we do a lot of promoting ahead, letting you know what's coming and what to look forward to.
Subliminal mental conditioning is done. That's our job. So you'll hear us say, we'll take a look and see what the weather's going to be like over the weekend in 20 minutes. It's always across a 15-minute window. That's called quarter hour management. And it's one of our big jobs as personalities is to convince you to listen across quarter hour. If you do that, that's how you win ratings. And a lot of people in radio just don't get that.
And we are deep diving into radio today. Holy cow.
This is marketing, advanced marketing stuff that we're talking about here. And it's something that we do unconsciously. My job is to browbeat people like Jen and MJ and everything into doing that on such a consistent basis that it's every time they talk. Well, we've got your chance to win the cash in just 20 minutes. We've got your next chance to win, and we do it in a way. We're going to be talking about this. If you'll notice, one of the things we always do, first, we identify the station. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning, KIX with Randy and Jen. Then we'll do what's important to you. It's going to be sunny today. We'll tell you what you need to wear, what the weather's going to be like. And then we will sell. We'll take a look at 4 states news and weather in just 25 minutes. In the next hour, we're going to be talking about, in the next 30 minutes, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be doing that. That is that quarter hour maintenance. And it's such a subliminal thing that you don't even think about it. We don't think about it. You don't think about it. But it builds this unconsciousness to hopefully draw you into that next quarter hour. And it works. It
doesn't
that
sound like a question, Brady.
I kind of. Brent's like, I'm sorry I asked. But, I mean, that's a lot of why some of the things that we do the way we do.
Morning, kiddos. Have a great day.
So Megan's saying Riley and Ella needs to be a single.
Don't mind if I do. I love that song. It's so good.
It will be. We know it will be. We know it's going to be. It's just a matter of time. Now, we don't feel any need to be the first ones to play that. There's no value in being the first. The time you want to be playing it is when it is a hit. It's already established. Everybody knows it. It's bored into your brain already. That's when you want to be playing it.
Bye, it's the Rara. Have a great day.
Devin says, I remember when Secret Sound was at 11:20. Well, that was just back in October. So,
That's
Devin,
a few months ago, so yeah.
I hope you do. Do you remember where you live?
Okay, hold on a second. We need to take a moment for this.
For
Tiffany says, a week ago, I made apple pie croissants with homemade vanilla icing.
Tiffany, are you...
Girl.
Could you come over?
She's like 12 years away now.
I think Brady, just halfway through that answer, he's like, oh my gosh, and walked off.
I'm out.
Yeah, he's like, oh, no, there he is. He said, very informative. Find this very interesting. Everybody thinks that all we do is just sit in here and act goofy and play music. And 99% of it, yeah,
that is a lot of it.
But there is a lot of behind the scenes stuff happening. So a lot of people
science to it.
think we just play whatever, whenever. And oh my gosh, no, it is so formulated. There are stations who do things that way. Not every station does the intense amount of programming that KIX does, but to their detriment.
Right.
It's the reason KIX has been number one in this market for years.
Right.
I can remember first station I programmed, it was just like, well, let's try this. We without research and without proper research from trades and from study surveys and things like that.
Or direction from management.
Yeah, well, even direction from management. What do they know?
I mean, if they're management, you would hope.
Not necessarily.
Hold
a
on
lot
a
of
second,
station owners and stuff just have no clue. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Did you hear that all these folks are saying that the Blue Origin flight with Jeff Bezos and the lady astronauts the other day, they were faking it?
Yeah, we'll tell you why right after Justin Moore.
On KIX 102.5.
Did you see what we did? Tie overs. Coming up on the way and then payoff. So it's called setup, payoff. Setup, payoff. We do that every single time.
Do we have a story for this?
I do. I can loosely talk about it. So you know what a lot of the conspiracy. Just look up Blue Origin conspiracy theory.
That's what we were talking about the other day.
You'll find a Daily Mail that you can just riff off of. So, yeah, even station owners are usually just people who have money, and they recognize that it's a good way of making money is owning a radio station. So they go in and buy it. That doesn't necessarily mean they have any programming acumen. And me, I am not a country music aficionado, which is probably a good thing because it allows me, I don't rely on my gut at all.
Mm-hmm.
At all. I have no dog in the race whatsoever. So I rely entirely on research, data research for my music programming.
That's interesting, too, because I was wondering what set KIX apart from the other stations, like the American media ones, says Brady.
Yeah, that would be it. Plus, I know those stations tend to rely on their gut a lot more and they're trying to find a niche for themselves in the market, recognizing that they can't compete with KIX. They really can't. And so they tried the Red Dirt thing, the new music thing, and it's a niche, but unfortunately, it's a very small niche, so I think it's smarter that they go that direction than trying to go head to head against KIX. I would sure hate to compete against KIX if I worked on another station. It would suck to have to work against KIX. It makes my job really easy being on KIX, doing because of its established methodology. But boy, I would sure hate to work against it.
Lloyd says, did you hear about the cop who pulled over a car for running a stop sign with no driver?
What? No. Where was this, Lloyd?
I had not heard about that.
And then, Brady, another thing, I think there's a lot of stations, and I'm not necessarily picking on them in particular, but maybe, I can't speak to it, but I think there's a whole lot of don't care. They just,
there is
not that invested. They're like, good enough. And it shows. You can hear it.
I think a lot of it's ego, too. There's a lot of ego in radio.
Yeah. But a lot of them just think, what difference does it make? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number one for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see mostly sunny skies today with a chance of storms, highs nearing 80. It is 57 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in about 23 minutes. Plus, in the next hour, since the NFL draft kicks off today, I was telling somebody that last night, and they're like, already?
It kind of snuck up on us this year.
But it's always at this time. No, I think every year I'm like, what didn't we just get through playing The Super Bowl? Oh, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
But
Yeah.
because the NFL draft starts today, we're going to be talking in the next hour about your favorite junk food.
What is your favorite go-to junk food, whether it's during a sporting event or whenever? Your bingeable, eat it all junk food.
623-1025 to call or text. You can also tell us on Facebook.
So the Blue Origin space flight that happened, what was it, last week? Was it
Sometime last week,
before?
yeah, like last Tuesday.
Now there's all these conspiracy theories floating around saying that it never actually happened.
And there's kind of a lot of reasons behind this. Like, for one, Katy Perry's hair didn't have like the same no gravity effect when they were quote unquote in space.
So they're comparing it to what's her name that was up at the space
The
station.
Suni.
Yeah, that everybody saw her hair all out
Right.
like that. And that's easily explained.
Okay, which is?
Well, the space station is much further away from the Earth, so there's less gravity where it is as compared to what the Blue Origin space flight. It didn't go that high. So there was still a larger effect of gravity.
Okay, well, what about the door opening from the inside of the space hatch when the ladies returned to Earth?
Yeah, because supposedly it couldn't be opened by anybody but Jeff Bezos with his special
His
key.
special key.
Yeah. And when they landed, it opened and then they closed it real quick and then he came up and unlocked it. I don't know about that. That was a flub up, I think.
Yeah, it was.
And then there is this fake hand that was showing up on all the videos.
Have you seen it? There is an actual mannequin in that space, capsule with them.
And I don't know why that was in there.
That is so weird. Why
But-
would you need that to go to space?
All of these accusations has spawned evil genius Jeff Bezos to come forward with a response. And this is what he has to say about it.
I am Jeff Bezos, and I've had quite enough of these cuckoo conspiracy theorists claiming that the old Babe Blue Origin mission was faked. There was nothing fake about it, unless you count all their fingernails, eyelashes, hair extensions, and maybe 2 other things. But besides, it just makes these women mad. You're gonna make Katy Perry sing her huge hit Fight Song.
She didn't sing that. She didn't
Oh,
sing that.
that's not Katy Perry?
No.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Or anyway, it was totally real, and afterwards they were totally satisfied. Trust me, I'd know if a woman was faking it. Carry on!
Tiffany says, as the youngest one here, I can definitely say even before Secret Sound, I still would rather listen to KIX instead of any of the other stations. Even after I move, I haven't even found radio stations here that come close to KIX.
Because there's a whole bunch that don't care in radio across the country. So I work with a lot of different stations across the United States. And mostly, and this is why, the owners are not willing to invest much money into their staff, into coaching and training and things like that, because they don't see how it's profitable to spend money to make money.
Yeah.
And you have to do that to be successful. You got to do it consistently, invest in your people. Zimmer does that so well.
Mm-hmm. Zimmer's really good about that.
But, and it pays off in the long run. But a lot of owners see is, oh my gosh, this is going to cost me how much? They don't see where they're going to be making money at. So they're not willing to do that. And what it ends up doing is they end up cutting costs. Their way of managing is, let's cut expenses everywhere we can. And the biggest expense you have is in staff. That's, your what is the formula? 80%, 80-20 split is what you're supposed to do, or 60-40, 60-40 split on profit and loss. And so they're trying to cut that expense factor. And with your biggest expense being staffing and things like that, they're like, well, we've got technology. We can run this place bare bones, use voice trackers, use syndicated shows across the board.
No.
And just play whatever as long as we have those commercials running. But they could care less whether they're actually doing anything for their advertising clients. They're just selling spots.
So Brady's got another question. He says, do the other Zimmer stations use the same strategies as KIX?
Yes. Yes, they do. To a greater or lesser degree. So you would approach programming, say, a classic hit station a lot differently than you would KIX, because KIX is top 40. They are not. They don't play based on chart activity. But they do utilize national research. And when we do national research, we don't just say, what's the top 10 or top 40 songs in the United States? No, we go to cities that are comparative to Joplin, and not just one. We go to different parts of the country. So I'll look at Madison, Wisconsin. I'll look at Dallas, Texas. I know it's a little bigger, but I'll compare Dallas, Madison. What's the station or the city in Indiana that we use? There is this.
Indianapolis?
No, that's way too big.
I have no idea.
We'll look at Charleston.
Fort Wayne?
No, not
Wayne.
Fort Wayne. Maybe.
Yeah, Fort Wayne.
We'll look at Fort Wayne, Charleston, Illinois. We'll go all over the country, and we'll collect these.
Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, we'll collect those and average all of that information together. And then we know if I see a song pop up in the list, I'm trying to think of an example and can't, that I'm like, oh, wait, that's not right. That's not right for KIX. I know, having been here long enough, that it's not a good fit, but we will do that in our music libraries. And then we can tell, Jen can tell, if something's off a little bit, we can tell just by the flow, having been, on KIX long enough, that something's not right. And then we have to do some research. We have a program that we utilize that helps us schedule the formula for our music. And there are so many codes. So we both had to do like a college level course.
It was crazy.
For programming to be able to run this programming software that helps us schedule our music.
There were tests and everything.
How many? 13 different sections with exams.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it took weeks to complete. For those of us who completed it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Great motivation that you're showing there.
Mm-hmm. Floyd says, I don't remember where a video shows a man waiting for his car to pick him up when the car went through a stop sign. Cop stopped, pulled it over. You see the cop walking around the car looking for the driver. The man walks up and says the car is a fixture where it comes to the driver. At the end, the guy asks if he was getting a ticket. Cop says no, because in truth, the man was not driving.
So that would probably be in California, where they do have driverless car service in some cities. San Francisco, L.A., I think there's maybe San Bernardino, a couple others have this.
I think it just proves the world is not ready for these cars yet. It's blowing through a stop sign without, I don't know. It can't judge.
Would make me nervous. I couldn't relax on that drive, that ride.
No, me neither.
So this is a question we got earlier, moving into a new topic of discussion. Jennifer Cogbill, who has been on here before, we've talked to her many times. She's a regular listener. She sent us an email this morning saying, I got a question for you guys, and I would like you to make it your question of the day, which we can't. We've already got stuff planned, but I wanted to ask and see what you guys thought. She said, I got a graduation announcement from a family member who I have only met a handful of times.
Okay.
A lot of us are going to be getting these over the next couple of months from nephews, nieces, some of you grandkids, and other cousins and stuff. She says, do I need to send money just because we're related? That's her question.
I don't think you do. Okay, let me backtrack. I think when they send you an announcement, they're kind of fishing for a little something, something.
Sure, that's what that is, right? That's what it's become. I remember when I graduated high school and I sent out my invitations, my announcements. I was so shocked when I got money, all this money back. I had a judge that sent me $1,000. I was like,
wow.
What? A friend of our family.
Is this an announcement or is it an actual invitation? Because I think those are different.
Are they? I think they're one and the same, isn't it?
Because if you're just announcing that you're graduating, that's one thing. But if you're actually actively invited to something, I think that's different.
I only had the one. But
really?
Yeah, I didn't have invitation and announcements. I just had the one thing.
So we only had announcements, and then we had to make our own invitations if we were going to invite folks to something.
I didn't do invitations, and especially like here in Joplin, you're only allowed so many people. I think it's like, I forget how many it is. Anything over a certain number, you have to apply for and get.
Wow.
Yeah, because the attendance is a huge issue. They just don't have space, for everybody. So when I did announcements and sent them out, I just thought, my mom said, this is what you do. And I did everything, sent them out, and got tons of money back. I was so blown away. They're sending me money because I graduated? It was crazy. So I know that's what they're wanting, Jennifer.
Right.
Do you have to? Heck no. I don't.
You don't have to.
I don't for most of mine, and I sleep just fine at night. It never crosses my mind again. I mean, good try there, Billy. Go to college.
Send him a nice graduation card. Say congratulations.
Yeah.
Wish him luck. If you feel compelled to give him something, sure, absolutely. But I think have to is a very strong phrase.
Where is KTCS?
That sounds very familiar.
So we got an email back from
Fort Smith.
Okay. Why did they include them in our email?
What are you talking about?
From Andy.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's where it is. Oh, because it's their marketing agency. Okay, how many cards are we getting?
Oh, it still doesn't say.
6 times 20 to 120. 20? Okay, on their cause testing 3 times a week. No, I'm not doing that. I told her I would not do that. 6 to 10 a.m. Give away $20 worth of cards. Minimum $20 giveaway. So we're going to have Andy's, and what we're going to do is tag that on with the Gambino's gift cards on the Morning KIX Challenge. Probably won't happen this week because that's tomorrow. It'll probably be next week. But my plan is to put like 3 or 4 of those gift cards with.
Ooh. So you can get pizza and ice cream. Right?
Now, the gift card value is $20. So maybe we could get away with just one. I noticed one of the other stations here they're doing is just $5. But if ours are $20, it's weird. Kissin's going to have some, but theirs are just going to be $10. Ours are $20.
Why are they so inconsistent across stations? That's
I don't
weird.
know. They have $25 for
Hold on.
KTCS.
Hold on. We got to talk on the radio.
For what? KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see mostly sunny skies today with a chance of showers and thunderstorms, highs in the upper 70s. It is 57 in Joplin.
We'll take a look at 4 states news and weather in just 11 minutes. Plus, next hour, we're going to be talking about your favorite go-to junk food.
The one that you just love to binge and scarf down.
You know what I like?
What do you like?
Just started doing recently, so we'll fix tater tots in the air fryer.
Oh, yum.
I'm not done yet, Jen.
Okay, well, I love tater tots. Keep going.
Put cheddar and mozzarella cheese
Yes.
over all of that, and then douse it with salsa after it comes out.
That sounds so good.
Eat a whole plate of those things. The reason we're asking this is because the NFL draft kicks off today.
Which is crazy. I feel like we just had the Super Bowl a couple of weeks ago, but I guess in reality it's been a few months, like 2 months.
There's football fans that are so desperate for something that they're going to watch the whole draft process. How is this entertaining?
When the draft was in, Kansas City last year, do you know how many people took off work to go and be up there for it?
It was stupid. So, in honor of the people who are going to be focused today on the NFL draft, we thought we would do this. Doesn't every guy just get his kicks wondering who the coach will pick? It's the NFL. You know that's right. Tell me what husband won't be glued to the TV all weekend? It's the NFL. Can you dig it? Won't mow the lawn or take the trash out when he's lying there on the couch watching the NFL. Right on. You know, they say this NFL draft is more important than a man's marriage.
Shut your mouth.
I'm just talking about the NFL draft. Right on, right on.
It's Morning KIX with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
Yeah, Megan, go get your pizza card. Come see us.
Yep.
Morning, Major.
I've heard of that, Brady. Tesla, that would be nice. Now, that would be cool, wouldn't it? In the parking lot, you got your groceries and you're by the door and you hit a button and the car comes around to you.
That would be cool.
That'd be very cool.
Again, I wouldn't trust it, though.
I think it would
It's
be.
going to take out some old lady with her shopping cart.
Could you imagine having it drop you off at the door and then go park itself?
Mm-hmm.
Although, knowing my luck, my car would park like in Kentucky somewhere.
Yeah.
Feed me!
No more slot machine.
Come on, feed me!
I have been feeding you for like
I found
10
the
minutes.
best parking
I've gotten
spot
nothing
ever.
in return.
Yes, you have. I gave you the points for a chance at a new gift this month.
Right now. Oh, sorry, commercial, I know.
Don't yell at us. I shared too many of my Reese's eggs yesterday, and I don't have any left.
Yeah. You want half a Slim Jim?
Not really, no.
Got one in my desk drawer. Mouse
Man,
bait.
we haven't done the Slim Jim thing in a A long time.
I may have to go get it. My stomach is growling.
So was mine. So was mine. Feed me. Did you know that's Randy in that commercial doing that?
Oh, yeah. Feed me. Yes, you did. Or yes, I have. Or whatever it says. I can't remember.
I gave you the points, or I gave you the shot at the point. I don't know.
Points.
Whatever you say. I wrote that spot, and Randy voiced that part.
It won awards.
Oh my gosh! What a small world. Yeah, I do now. Is it gluten free? Are you sure? Will you? So Christy's neighbor is Joey Morgan.
Who?
Joey. Hold on. I really do want to look at the ingredients. Yeah, he's got gorgeous dog. He's got huskies.
Are they noisy?
Contains soy.
Chrissy, you don't live that far from me then.
He and I have had this whole conversation about our dogs because I know a husky.
I know where Joey lives. You're not that far from me. Huh?
His new house that he
Yeah.
bought?
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure. If that's the case, you're like 2 or 3 miles from me. So
Small
be
world.
warned.
You guys write your own commercials?
Yep.
Yep.
We have an award-winning marketing department that does all of its own production and writing. We do everything here in-house.
Mm-hmm. I've actually got a couple of commercials
Christy,
that I did up for MBAs.
I only have one thing to say to you, Christy. Move. Woody's here.
That's right. Get him, Megan.
Thursday. I feel like, we've talked about TV shows all week, and he's not been here for any of it.
I know.
We're done with that. Thursday, before I get to talk about TV shows with Woody. Oh, I could tell you what's coming up.
Yeah, do that.
All right. So tonight, Etoile. How do you say that?
Etoile.
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 It's a new series on Prime Video set in New York City and Paris. Follows a pair of renowned dance companies. Never mind, I'm out. Black Snow starts on AMC, whatever that is. Vanderpump Via on Hulu. Netflix has You.
Hold on. You are not giving us very good descriptions.
There's
of any
no
of these
descriptiveness for any of this. Tomorrow, there's a new movie on Netflix coming out called Havoc. After a drug deal gone wrong, a Bruce detective must fight his way through the criminal underworld to rescue a politician's estranged son, unraveling a deep web of corruption and conspiracy that ensnares this entire city, starring Tom Hardy. It does look pretty good. Netflix, I don't know if you've noticed now, they have the upcoming bar. This is something they added a few months ago where you could go in and remind me on stuff that you want to watch. They're taking a clue off of Apple TV, who has this feature. Apple's really the one that has capitalized this. They have a whole bar of upcoming shows that you can see what's on the way over the next 6 to 9 months.
Cool.
And you can put, save this show for me, and it will automatically pop up when it comes on. Netflix is now doing that. The problem with Netflix, if you go more than like a week out, it becomes all K-pop shows, Korean shows, and translated foreign language shows. That's all they have over the next, month or so. Jessica Kirson, I'm the Man. That's a Hulu stand-up comedy special that's tomorrow night. The season premiere of Bravo's Love Hotel and Last Chef Standing. So pretty much nothing.
Love Hotel?
Yeah, there's nothing going to be on that's good. Maybe that movie Havoc. I would say is the one thing to watch for. But we do have Andor back next Tuesday. We've got The Last of Us.
Why do you keep calling
Can we
it
talk
that?
about what the big thing was that happened Sunday night yet?
No.
Everybody knows. It's all over media and everything. Pedro Pascal.
Ah!
I'm
Y'all
not.
want him to ruin it? You're going to ruin it. You're going to spoil it like
People
you always
could watch
do.
it like a normal person. How do you know? You didn't watch it. How do you know what
It was
happened?
spoiled for me on Facebook.
Everybody
You
has
jerks.
talked about it. I don't know what that means for the show. I really don't. I'm a little concerned. But it looks like he's jumping off before the ship
don't say anything.
goes down. I didn't say anything.
Sorry about your ears, guys.
Jeez, I didn't say anything. So that is about all that there is.
Which
to
is
watch.
still a lot.
It's 3 shows, 2 series, and a movie. That's it.
Maybe you need more hobbies. Then you won't have to watch much TV.
Obvious. There is also the shows on Apple TV that I'd mentioned, Government Cheese and Dope Thief. They're okay.
What is the one that Daniel mentioned the other day that he was getting into? Landmine? Longhorn?
Longmire? No. What?
Longmire? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember now. Why is this so greasy?
Because it's a Slim Jim.
But it's slim.
Well, it is. You're not. Because you're eating it. That's what I mean.
Did y'all just hear this, man?
Now, Woody, okay. Woody makes a good point. He said, I always thought the companies wrote the commercials. You guys just read them. Oh, they'd like that. But the companies, like, you don't give a roofing company and say, write a commercial. They're not marketers. We are. So we need to do that for them, and we coach them through that process. Not all of our commercials are in-house. Let's clarify that. There are some that are national level commercials that are done by advertising agencies.
McDonald's.
Yeah. Coca-Cola,
The big national brands.
Yeah, they're done. Sofa City. Wait a minute. Do we do the Sofa City ones?
Nope.
Even a lot of the casinos do their own stuff.
Nope, not anymore.
Not anymore? None of them? Quapaw?
Some of them. Quapaw we do.
Kansas Crossing? That's done.
Depends on what it is.
Yeah. University of Kansas Hospital, I'm seeing there. That's done by an agency.
Yeah.
Association of Missouri Electric Co-op. I think that's agency too.
Agency.
Yeah.
How about the ISKI?
So it's kind of a mixture of those.
So, but if you scroll down,
So
AFC Urgent Care is us. Mid-Missouri Bank.
Woody says he hasn't watched it because I don't watch HBO.
Oh.
It's on the Max streaming service.
Yeah.
Which I guess they're getting ready to crack down on password sharing, too. They're going to start this whole deal that...
They keep saying that.
Well, Disney and Hulu did it. I mean, we found out.
They did that.
She had shared her Hulu with me, and the other night I went to go on it, and it wanted me to sign in. Well, to do that, I would have had to sign into her Disney account, which was superseded my Disney account. Right. It was a whole thing, and eventually we realized that's not going to be doable on Roku anymore.
Yeah.
That's one I kind of missed. I was in the middle of watching some show.
Oh, now you can't finish it?
No,
I hate that.
It wasn't that good of a show. It was just I had been watching. I can't remember what it even was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Handmaid's Tale, the new season came out.
Oh, he doesn't have HBO, he means.
Oh.
That's a little different.
Handmaid's Tale had come out like a month or so ago, which I was pretty invested in that whole show. I'd watched like what are they on, season 4 or 5? But I'd watched all the previous seasons, and I won't get to watch that, but that's okay.
Bummer.
Peacock, I canceled my Peacock subscription a couple weeks ago because that channel...
You always do this with Peacock.
It just sucks. They go through, like, they'll have one show that's good, and you watch that show, and there's nothing else on there at all.
You know what sounds really good right now? Is
Breakfast.
Melon.
No.
Yes.
Biscuits and gravy sounds good right now.
What's the green melon
breakfast,
called?
The breakfast quiche.
Not a oh my gosh, a honeydew. A honeydew.
I am
sounds
starving.
so good.
That $1 million bacon stuff. How could we facilitate this? If I paid for it, how would we do this?
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just wondering. Let's just walk this. What would it look
Hypothesize
like?
this for a
Yeah,
moment.
what would it look like if I paid for breakfast? Disney is stupid expensive.
We've got sunshine today with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, highs nearing 80. Still a chance of storms tonight, low 60s. Chance of storms continues through Friday as we see highs in the mid-70s and more storms possible on Saturday. Highs right around 70.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is showing a few clouds over the 4 states.
59 in Afton, 59 in Pittsburgh, 61 in Joplin. To sign up for severe weather alerts, download the Zimmer Storm Center app.
So NFL draft kicks off this evening, and as such, we're kind of wondering today, what is your go-to junk food?
You know, your snack food that you love to make and eat and scarf on.
If you're going to binge eat on something besides the arm of your sofa, what would it be?
623-1025 to call or text.
Here's Kane Brown and Lauren Elena.
On KIX 102.5.
I hurt you. What if I need you?
No relation.
Do I use the promo with the bed, don't I? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Ryan Fox. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of their music.
I don't-
thought about changing that.
I don't like it either.
Hey, it's Ryan Fox. This weekend on American Country Countdown, it's all about. I never used that.
Oh my gosh, Megan says a thin and crispy crab rangoon with delicious homemade sweet and sour sauce,
Oh, guys,
jalapeno popper,
on.
stuffed chicken breast wrapped in $1 million bacon. Oh, snap.
I feel like if we're
Yum.
going to be this scattered on what we're craving right now, it's never going to happen. We need to focus. Hi there, Morning Kicks. Good, man.
So
What's
good.
up? My favorite, okay, my go-to junk food, which sounds really weird, but is my wife's Spanish omelet that she does. That is just
That's
unbelievable.
not junk food. What is your definition of junk food?
You know, it can be junk food for
like
me.
Oreos. Like
with a
I
fish-
love
okay.
Oreos. Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait, whoa. You just said grape jelly with what?
Oh
Grape
yeah,
jelly?
it's so good. You've never had that?
Weirdos. Okay, I thought of what my junk food is, and I only eat this when I'm traveling or when I'm having to do, like, if I'm having to play productions, guitar, and I've got a really crazy schedule. I will do Red Bull and sour gummy worms. I love those two things together. It's the only time I ever eat it because I know how unhealthy it is. Yeah,
That's true.
right? This is my reward for everything I'm having to go through right now. Yeah. Some way to justify it. Thanks for calling.
Have a great day.
Oh,
He was still talking
Well,
to
okay.
us.
Hi there. Oh,
Golly. Focus. There's a squirrel chasing a nut outside of my window.
wait, this has
Oh, so Major was hanging around. He said he had us on the big screen. He heard you ruining some show yesterday, but he was in and out of sleep.
Oh,
Jimmy, what show was he ruining yesterday? You would know this.
wrong promo. I was like, this has a bed, and it sounds real familiar. It's because it's the Morning Kicks bed. Wrong promo.
It's the Morning Kicks bed. That's the wrong one. Can you just get it together? Just 5 seconds. That's all we're asking. Just 5 seconds. See, I'm with Megan, though. As much as $1 Million Bacon sounds
My
good.
name is Randy.
Crab rangoon, jalapeno popper stuffed chicken breast. Like that sounds good. Hi, Ryan
I don't
Fox.
like his
No
little
relation.
pause there. That's pregnant pause, and I feel like
He's
it's
not
sitting
pregnant.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. Let's do this. Let's fix that. Just a little thing, but it takes the awkwardness out of that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and-
So the video of you doing all your silly stuff while we were recording Morning Kicks Extra, this girl commented and she says, I love Randy. Y'all make my morning drives from Joplin to Springfield so much better.
That's nice.
And Jen 1.0 commented and says, I see things haven't changed.
That was so nice. That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Jim 1.0 knows.
Oh, she knows how it is. You bet.
Still having to go through therapy twice a week to recover. Okay, so from today, what is Sunday? What's the date?
What is Sunday's date?
Yeah.
27th?
17:59. And that's all the promos for this week. I've already got Elena's in.
Megan, you're killing me. Cream cheese stuffed mushrooms.
Gosh, come on, guys. This is just torture.
Let's talk about something else.
Let's figure out how to make this happen.
Let's talk about the
what do we need to do to put you in this new car today?
Walmart locking up meat. Have you guys heard this video that's gone viral? Can we play the audio for them?
Yes, tell the story first, though.
So this video's gone viral of a woman, and she's showing how her local Walmart now cages its meat. Literally.
I do the same thing. No.
Every package of meat has its own like little chicken wire cage on it, and you've got to go to the register and ask them to unlock it for you. And so they were doing like a interview with customers to see how they felt about this, and this lady has gone viral because her answer is just fantastic.
Yeah, listen to what she's had to say about this. Oh, it's making me re-sign. What is with this machine over here today?
Did you actually restart it the other day?
Yeah.
Baby, this one you know is bad. When they put miniature gates so you don't steal, baby, they meats. Oh, girl, this got to be bad, Lord Jesus.
Miniature gates?
Miniature gates? I didn't know what she had said, and there's still a section of that I didn't understand.
4 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:10.
Mostly sunny, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms, highs in the upper 70s. It is 61 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the forecast in about 15 minutes, but we're talking today, because the NFL draft is happening this evening. We're talking about
your favorite junk food.
Your favorite go-to junk food that you always eat all of, whatever it might be for you.
623-1025 to call or text.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
Here's Justin Lynch and Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
It's KIX 102.5. Don't it sound good, too?
They are looking at giving him a pardon. Jelly Roll? Yeah. So he's still a parolee, I guess, still under...
I didn't know that.
From his prison time. And he can't travel out of the country, so he can't go into Canada or things like that. So for his tour, it would really benefit him. But it's gone to the governor now of Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. So they just fleshed out the whole Backstage Country schedule. Blake, wait a minute. Okay, Hardy is this next week.
Cool. I like him.
Get ready. Okay, I mean, May is going to be huge. It's almost like it's ratings or something. The week after that, Blake Shelton is going to be the co-host all week long. Riley Green, the co-host, week of May 12th.
Really like him.
Scotty McCreery, week of May 19th. Jason Aldean, the week of May 26th. Megan Maroney, June 2nd.
Oh, my gosh. This is awesome.
What an amazing lineup. Yeah, and I just got the graphics in for Hardy.
Love it.
So I get to go to work
She's
on
kind of a big deal. Christy says Twinkies in the air fryer is good, too.
What? Tell me more, Christy. What? That sounds... And now I'm thinking, could you put like a maple glaze over the Twinkie or caramel maybe and make it crunchy on the outside? Yes. So I found these new snack cakes, guys, I have to tell you about. I just bought them on a whim the other night when I had to go shopping. I get the coolest stuff when I go shopping without my wife. They're called Caboose or Kaboom.
I don't know.
So it looks like a Hostess box, but I've never seen these things before. But they are chocolate on the outside. They have a caramel crunch center within a white creamy, like cream cheese almost.
Gosh.
And they're only about this big. So there's like 2 bites in each one, so you don't feel too bad.
Oh, my gosh. You're killing me.
They are amazing. I love them. I'm going to have to bring one sometime when I have some left after eating a whole box for you to try.
Camel Sizzle Randy.
Caramel, not camel. Yeah, hoser.
What's the camel sizzle?
It's when it gets
Dizzle.
that hot in the desert.
Camel Sizzle Dizzle. Oreos dipped in pancake batter and deep fried, dusted with powdered sugar.
So,
oh my gosh.
I'm just going to do the graphics today. We'll put them up tomorrow.
Okay.
Still got a few days with Cole Swindell.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to.
You got a busy schedule going on, Kate. It's okay. How's school going? And working full time.
Sounds better than any of the other stations.
Are you
Tooting my own horn. Yes,
a little
I'm
biased?
proud of myself on that. It's regular, it's maintained, it's updated, it's interesting.
It's a good egg. Major says, I want to do a commercial. That sounds fun.
Okay, it's not, but okay. I just deleted something from the desktop that I think it was
Great.
Chrome.
I think it's super fun. I love doing commercials, especially if you have a client who's like,
Let's
trust
try
you.
something.
Do your thing. Morning, Brian. Girl, you are in med school. That is amazing.
Cadence is in med school?
Kate is in med school, and she says it's actually great, and she loves it. I love that for
Cool.
you.
Where are you going to med school at, Kate? What year? I mean, are you in residency yet? Or are you pre-med? Or what are you doing?
Let us throw all of the questions at
Did you know, Kate, that I was a
No,
doctor?
don't even. Don't
I
even.
could help her.
You cannot help her.
I used to teach.
You never. Okay.
I taught at a medical hospital. I was in charge of
listen
the
to this man.
residency
He doesn't know
at
what he's
the
talking about.
University of Michigan Hospital. For years, I've told, okay, whatever, Jen, fine.
It was a dream he had one
she
night.
refuses
and
to, as far as she's
he's got
concerned.
this weird delusional
before
thing
she came and worked
where
here,
he thinks his
I did
dreams
not
are
even
reality.
exist.
It's not a thing.
It's her world. I'm just lucky to live in it.
That's true. At least you recognize that.
2 questions only. Now she's asking. I'm going to have to just go talk to Jill. It's impossible with email.
That's always what you have to wind up doing.
Yeah, I didn't want to respond to him without confirming with you first. Will you be able to do this giveaway beginning the week of May 12th for 5 weeks?
Megan says, hush, Dr. Ninja.
Wasn't a ninja. He was a paid assassin.
Oh, boy. Can you imagine the poor people who tune into our video for the first time and they're like, this guy's a doctor and a ninja and a paid assassin?
I was
And
also
he's
a
on the
police
radio?
officer, an investigator. You remember the whole beach?
Also never a thing.
I was. I also ran a funeral home. I
She
was a
said-
lawyer for a long time, too. We used to do wills for people.
Kate says, WTI, and I'm going for medical assistant. I get all the things.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Cover your bases that way.
Right.
All right, we got 30 seconds, and then we have a seg. She graduates in January of next year. Good for you.
Congratulations. Boy, your life is going to change. Not just schedule, work, and load-wise and everything, but also pay. I've watched everybody who goes into this. There's so much front-end investment for medical
Hold on, here we go,
education
2
and
seconds.
training, but then it really begins to pay off fast. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country.
Wanting to know what's your favorite junk food?
623-1025 to text or tell us
Here's Low Cash.
on KIX 102.5.
Well, congratulations, Kate. That is so exciting. Okay, Megan, you're killing me. Lotus sweet potato fries, the ones from Bricktown. Those
Listen,
are
you're going to have to
so
stop
good.
or bring food, okay? You're just, I'm going to have to put my foot. That's not my foot. But you know how I know that? Medical school. You're welcome.
No.
I'm going to have to put my fist down, and we're going to have to stop all the food
Hey,
talk.
Megan, come see us and bring food.
Somebody come see us and bring us food. Nikki. No, don't do that. Because she will. Spoiled us.
Rotten, clearly.
What that smell is. Ooh, boy. So the guy that I was talking with about the Kobayashi and starting that up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said,
He's on
really,
board. He's
really
going to do
miss it. He goes, it's been on my mind a lot lately, and I realized that it was a bad decision leaving that when I did and letting other things take priority. He goes, I would really, really like to get back into that.
So what are you going to do?
I told him, I said, well, don't have a school and all that stuff anymore, but I would be willing to work with you one-on-one on some kata training. He's like, how much? And I was like, I would not charge you.
Well, what about the other guy?
The other guy is someone who's looking at starting up. I'm not so sure about that. And he doesn't live around here locally.
So where are you going to teach this guy? Just
take him in the backyard, shove his head in a hole in the ground, and that's you learn more that way from
with your head in a hole in the ground.
Yeah, it's not a good lesson, but you'll learn. You will learn
to trust.
No, there's no trust involved.
What is Boss Man doing outside?
You're gonna really not trust anyone ever again.
He's just standing in the parking lot, staring at the front of the building.
Well, maybe he's
on the kissing cruiser now. You can't.
He's done. He's like, what did I do? What happened? Why did I do this? Yeah, I get it.
I would even go for cottage cheese right now.
And bread. I love cottage cheese and whole wheat bread.
And bread?
The two of those together, it's something about it. White bread doesn't do it. It has to be whole wheat. But
is it because they have the little
bits?
Wheat bits in
That's
there?
not it. It's something about the taste.
Have you ever put honey in your cottage cheese?
No.
It's delightful.
I don't know.
Just a little whoop of honey.
It sounds really suspect.
Oh, it's really good.
Sketch. Real sketch.
You sound sketch.
That sounds skippity riz.
Skibbity Riz, Ohio. That is not
That's so
sleigh
Cleveland.
batty. What?
That's so Cleveland. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Mostly sunny, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 70s. It is 61 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in 5 minutes. So the NFL draft is starting tonight.
So we're talking about your favorite junk food. What are you going to be binging on while you're watching the NFL draft?
Or any other time as far as that goes. What is your go-to junk food?
Oreos.
Oreo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, have you tried the cookies
and
cream
Oreos?
Yes.
That's just Oreo-filled Oreo.
It's like a pregnant Oreo.
I can't figure it out. It's almost like time travel.
What is your favorite junk food?
Nachos.
Nachos. I can't believe no one said that yet.
Homemade nachos, man. They're good.
What do you put on your homemade nachos?
Well, beans, meat, some olives, some banana peppers, jalapeno peppers, cheese. Real good.
You got to reserve some time in the bathroom after that.
You got to have a good-sized stomach.
He said some olives. I thought he said Somalians. And I was like, wait a minute. You can't do that.
What's your favorite junk food?
Oh, it has to be some honey barbecue wings.
I don't know. Do you know how many honey barbecues they have to kill to get those wings?
That's not where they come from, Randy.
Yes, it is. Honey lives matter.
Every time I go to a restaurant, it's got to be a honey barbecue wings.
Do you like yours extra spicy?
Yep, I do.
I like your mom extra spicy.
Randy, let the man answer the question.
Well, I like it more spicy than small amount of sweet to it.
Yeah. What's really ridiculous is he said anytime he goes to any restaurant, Olive Garden does not appreciate it when he's trying to get honey barbecue wings.
What is your favorite junk food?
623-1025 to text or tell us yours.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
Yay, I get to see Megan tomorrow.
Like nachos with Somalians on it.
Mm-hmm. Kate says, Megan, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, stop it.
Seriously, Megan.
Hoser.
She says, I woke up hungry and too many things sound good right now.
I am starving.
Seriously. Once the show is over,
Oh, I know. I won't.
Run across the parking lot. Grab a not green cake.
Come here, look at this. So, what do you think that says?
Drinking? Ingar. Oh, wow.
I like it. I
That
think
is
it's
not where I thought that sign
it's a
was
very
going.
positive thing. I think that's. Oh, Carrie, you've destroyed your face. It's just getting worse and worse.
Maybe she likes it. Maybe to her it's not destroying her face.
I just want to know, why don't you get therapy or something to deal with your issues rather than taking them out on the insecurities of how you look?
Kate says, I get to try new things tonight in Tulsa. What you doing in Tulsa?
New things. Did you
New
not
things,
pay attention to what she said? My gosh, Jen.
There needs to be a restaurant that serves the faves from all of the restaurants, but in one place.
That's pretty subjective.
I thought it was pretty genius, Megan.
You're going to chase Matthew, Kate? Does he know that?
Chase Matthew.
Go
Run.
off. You go off, Maganovich. Oh, what a great idea this is.
What is?
How to fight global warming? Did I say warning? I
Warning.
think I did. How about making the sun less bright? The British government has given the green light to experiments on how to dim sunlight. Nobody else besides me sees a problem with this. Can you say ice age? Outdoor field trials could include injecting aerosols into the atmosphere, which was, we all know, was what destroyed the ozone layer, right? Or brightening clouds to reflect sunshine away from the Earth. So the exact experiments are going to be announced in the upcoming weeks, but Professor Mark Sims, who's an idiot and the director of the UK's Advanced Research and Invention Agency, says there would be small controlled outdoor experiments on particular approaches. He says all of them would run for a limited time until they destroy all of humanity. They would be reversible if humanity was still around, and that there would not be any toxic substance released into the environment. I don't know about you, but I love dim sun, especially with the fortune cookie.
It's so good.
Dim sun. This is England, right?
Sum.
Where it rains every other day from clouds, clouds that block the sun, right?
Yes.
I think the best idea that I heard that's on their list is building a giant baseball cap for the Earth and then point the visor towards the sun for shade. And you just kind of turn the Earth's head every time it moved.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Morning, one size fits most. Major says he did a 30-second commercial for Gambino's Pizza on open mic. I'm very curious.
What, where,
about this.
what, go, what, where?
Have fun at the show tonight, Kate. If you get some pictures, share them with us, please.
You know, Major, there's opportunity there.
Oh, there totally is.
We do have, now you'll hear voices that you're not familiar with sometime on commercials we do, because there is a voiceover network that we belong to and utilize, and it's other people in radio profession. So it's kind of on a trade basis, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they do for us, we do for them. It's kind of like show me yours, I'll show you mine. You know, remember third grade? You and that Becky girl?
Anyway.
Okay. Oh, there it is. We had one from earlier this morning, too. Let's listen to these. It's probably a whole string of cuss words.
My name is Aaron Gavin.
Levels. Grab your friends and try something new.
Woody, what happened?
Can you play Uptown Low, please? Thank you, and bye.
Like what?
2.5.
Oh, so cute.
So we've been
we
getting...
don't play all time low.
It ain't a matter
Excuse me. What?
My name is Zayden Gavin from Oklahoma. Play Hometown Home.
Oh, that's what.
Hometown home.
My name is Ingo from Oklahoma. Hometown Home.
Mom's like, yeah, it's been days. I can't find my phone. I don't know what happened to it.
My name is Ingo. My name is Ingo. I'm from Oklahoma. Can you play the pledge at 7?
The pledge, and they sent us a pledge, but we don't know who they are or where they're from because
Zayden from Oklahoma.
From Oklahoma.
My name is Bonnie. I am from Lima, Oklahoma.
Mama.
And the song is Church Bells.
Play the pledge at 7:25.
We don't play the pledge at 7:25, sweetheart.
Oh, say, can you see by the daughter?
Get it.
I pledge allegiance to...
Okay, tell me, what was his name? Zayden,
right?
Zayden and Bobby?
I'm Jen on the radio. Jen with one N.
Hold on. I'm going to listen to Woody's here in just a second. I've got to save this. And I have inadvertently made the whole process of navigating our folders quite complex.
In full disclosure, though, I don't
Oh.
post nearly as much as I used to on Insta. I'm a big lurker now.
Oh, it does say Zayd of 690. No, it says 2EAD.
Excuse me? These kids have been sending us open mics
Bobby.
for well over a week now.
You know what they have sent before? I have them already in here.
Oh, really?
Okay, they're already
Doing the KIX Kids pledge? Okay.
Okay, back to Woody.
Star Spangled Banner, I love it, Tix. Thank you so much.
That's not.
No.
Yep, it's one of the best songs I ever had. And it is
Okay, where's Woody? Yeah, that was from this morning at 6:06. That's the last one I have.
Well,
I don't
Woody?
have Woody's.
Where is it? We don't have it.
I don't has it.
Oh, he's saying he can make one.
Oh,
for
he could
fun.
make one. You could do a lot better than that even. We could do. I'm working from home today, but the info is down at the body of the message. Let me know if that doesn't answer your question. Well, it does not.
She's working from home today?
Yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and think this out because here's what it says. On-air contesting, 6 to 10 a.m., 3 times per week to give away $20 worth of gift cards. Does that tell you how many gift cards?
No.
Does that tell you when we are to do it? I mean, 3 times a week, but does that tell you how many promos we have to do for the...
None of that.
Maximum or minimum $20 per giveaway.
Oh.
What does that mean? Include 6x 5-second mention per giveaway. 6?
6 mentions for every one giveaway?
And that's not what I told her. I was very clear. They get 1 mention. I think I did 2. So 1 during the contest, 1 leading up to. All they get per giveaway. And that we will give away as many as we want to. Mm-hmm. They're not going to dictate to us what that. And I made that very clear to her. So, no, none of this answers the question.
Right.
So I'm going to be like, she's working from home today.
Major says, well, at least you caught up on the open mics.
Yeah.
Thanks for
well,
that.
we've been listening to these kids, but there were some new ones they had done. So apparently, while Mom's in the shower,
yeah,
they get a hold of her phone in the morning hours around 6 o'clock, I think is what I'm hearing. That's weird. You know, when we were kids, we'd call the radio station on the phone and sit there and go, can you play Bruce Springsteen, you know, or whatever. And now it's an open mic thing because the DJ can't say, hey, I got to go. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, boy.
Used to sit on the phone for hours with teeny bopper listeners.
Why were you sitting on it? You're not supposed to sit on the phone.
Well, our chair was broken. guess I can start that email with her.
Got all excited for nothing. Thanks, Major. All right, we've got 15 seconds. Major says, I'll make it today. A 30-second B budget commercial.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know what's your favorite junk food?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Here's Jordan Davis.
On KIX.
Bye, Christy. Have a good one. Yeah, until you call the station so much they know your voice and you can't be incognito anymore, Megan. And then they record your laugh and play it back for everybody. The almost maybes. They must be getting our trash right now. They're being very noisy outside. Oh, we got to move the mouse. Yeah, that works too, Kate. They might. Wasn't there a deadline last weekend to buy it? What happened with that?
They've done that too many times. Nobody's believing it at all. Nobody cares.
Oh, Bossman's outside staring at the front of the building again. We're stuck on Randy's face. Did it freeze? Oh, nope. There you go. All right, 7 seconds. 3.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Mostly sunny skies today with a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs nearing 80. It is 61 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in the next hour, plus the morning KIX takeover's getting ready to start in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app or the KIX website, and you can vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
We're talking about your go-to junk food.
Well, the NFL draft starts today, so what are you going to be chowing down on while you watch?
It is Girl Scout cookies, peanut butter patty.
And you eat the whole box of them, right?
Yeah.
My favorite kind are what are they called? The tagalongs?
The Samoas.
Oh, Samoas. Yeah. Well, it depends on what part of the country you're from. I know they have different names for different
There's like Caramel Delights or something, right?
Yeah, Caramel. I feel like that's some sort of a conspiracy thing that they're doing to separate.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you have different names for this part of the country, for that part of the country?
But there's also things like soda and pop. It's all, it depends on the region that you're in.
And that's the way you know they're communists.
Okay, hold on. On 3, do you say soda or pop? 1, 2, 3. Pop.
Soda.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm talking
What is
about.
your favorite junk food?
Well, my daughter and I have a difference of opinion because hers is chicken strips.
Chicken strips? That's lunch.
Yeah, mine is sweet and sour meatballs.
How do you make your sweet and sour meatballs?
Well, you mix grape jelly and chili sauce.
Wait a minute.
What?
Yes.
We're getting into two different food groups here.
No, they are the absolute best.
And by the way, can we just have a moment of silence for the sweet and sour meat? That's just wrong.
What is your favorite junk food?
623-1025. Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Did you get that?
No.
Okay, say it out loud to you, what she was talking about.
A moment of silence for
No, that's what I said. Say what she said. What was she talking about? What was her food?
Swedish meatballs.
No, she said
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour meatballs. I said, let's have a moment of silence for the sweet and sour meat.
Yep, that
it's
one
no
right over
good
my
if
head.
you have to explain it.
And that's why I was quiet. I was like, have a moment of silence. I don't know what is.
Somebody out there was
I
getting
missed
it.
the
There's
joke.
someone right now driving off the road. Did we do that?
No.
Yeah, we did not.
Frozen Sour Patch Kids. I do not like frozen gummy things. It's too hard on my teeth. Kate says, with the sweet and sour meatballs, I use barbecue and jelly. That's what we do too in my house, barbecue and jelly. Though the chili sauce, I mean, I get it. You get the sweet and the spicy. I would try it. I think it sounds pretty good. Ugh, those girls.
Okay, so I'm going down this email rabbit hole with her on this because she's not available. It could take a 5-second conversation, 10-second conversation.
I know.
I think they want to include gift cards for the office. Remaining are 5/12, 5 weeks. What week do we want to do the giveaways? I thought you just said it was 5 weeks.
He just said it was 5 weeks.
And this says what weeks do you want to do the giveaway?
But you said 5 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying. How do I select?
I'm confused.
Me too. So confused. And then over here it says gift card count 6. Gift card value $20. Total value $120. On-air cost testing 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. 3 times a week to give away $20 worth of gift cards. Minimum $20 per giveaway.
But there's
includes 6x 5-second mentions per giveaway. What?
I don't get it.
What? Do you read this back? It's a struggle with people who are unable to
Morning, Brandon.
get outside of their own little world.
Yes.
To see how it sounds for someone else.
Melissa says frozen grapes or peanut butter apple. Frozen grapes are great. It's a good thing to keep your mouth busy for a while.
Unlike prison.
Right out of the freezer, let it sit on your tongue for 36 seconds and flip it over and chew. Amazing texture. So it doesn't do that
Billy's
thing where
going
it
to
gets
be
all stuck
angry
in your
that you
teeth.
do that to him, but
I've heard of people doing the apple nachos where they cut up an apple and drizzle like peanut butter,
caramel,
little chocolate chips over the top.
Caramel with apple is the way to go.
I thought you were an apple and cheese fan.
I am. And caramel.
Kate says, my favorite junk food is food. I like food.
Yeah, me too. I wish I had some.
Soon.
I am so hungry.
I am too. I don't know why. Probably because we spent too much time talking about food.
Talking about it all morning. And it's Thursday. We, for the longest time, would get food on Thursdays from people who cared. And then that stopped.
Which is fine.
Yes.
Don't have to bring us food.
No. Man, it would have been nice.
That's okay.
I'm blocking Riley Green. I mean, we're in here sweating over a hot microphone, just suffering, literally suffering for you people.
Someone pull out the tiny violin.
See, we don't even get regular size violins. It's just tiny ones. Stupid.
I almost said the tiny piano.
That you know what a tiny piano requires, don't you?
What?
A tiny pianist.
Oh, my Lanta.
I'm just saying.
Loaded funnel cake from Silver Dollar City. DoorDash
it's
would
a
be epic right now.
turquoise dog with a tail that's 20 feet long. Have you seen the turquoise dog?
No.
The turquoise hound dog?
I've seen the leopard dog.
Yeah, that's is turquoise.
No. They painted him?
Looks like.
Yeah.
Oh, this is my favorite game. The chicken game.
The chicken game.
Yeah.
That's vague.
I've had this on my Facebook many times.
Which chicken game?
You got to come play it.
Here we
if
go.
you want to.
Suffering and starving to death. Randy, all I hear is complaining.
Right. That's because that's what all I'm doing right now.
Gosh darn it.
You lost.
Dang it, Randy.
What? I used to have that on my Facebook for the longest time. I was like, crap. I failed.
I lost again.
It's the chicken game where it says, don't look at this chicken, and there's a chicken there, and and it says game over.
Still waiting for the trumpet.
The trumpet.
The trumpet. The Jello's on standby. Ooh, loaves of
That's as close
sweetbread,
as you're gonna
cinnamon
get.
peach caramel chocolate. Y'all, we have got to stop doing this. I'm dying here. I might even go for Jello at this point. I don't necessarily want Jello, but it eats. All right. Who's all having birthdays today? Ooh, Boys and Girls Club is hiring for their summer program. Must be 18 to apply. Experience working with children or teens in a group setting preferred.
Sounds highly suspect.
Ability to motivate youth and manage behavior in a positive, respectful manner.
That's highly suspect.
You're highly suspect. Your mom's face is highly suspect. Really is.
Really is.
Yep. Just don't fall in the toilet. Ooh, interesting. So Joplin Parks and Rec announced their summer programs. They have a Lego Creation Camp in June and July. They have a Foam Frenzy Nerf Camp in June. Minecraft Mania. Each camp is $120 per child. Includes 4 days of exciting activities and take-home creations each day. My kids love Legos and Nerf and Minecraft. All of those things.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 per country.
Here's Tyler Hubbard.
On KIX. I just know. I just know.
I was all ready to do that break by myself. And
She turns around. Ah!
Oh, my gosh. You scared the daylights out of me.
I see him. You know, when you can smell the coffee in your pee, that's probably an indicator you're having too much.
Mm-hmm. That's gross. When's the next KIX dinner? Shiala, when you coming to town? Big Whiskey's. I want to go to Big Whiskey's in Neosho. I want to try it out. What's a honey barbecue Chex Mix?
Finally.
Got some answers?
Yeah. This is what she should have said in the first place, Jill. She sent all that other. She says, I think this guy's trying to fluff our numbers. Fluffing. Show him how to do it, Jen. No. She's really good. Okay, so she said, I'll tell him we can start on May 5th on KIX and do a giveaway once a week for $20 for each prize. And we only mention it 2 or 3 times on the day of the giveaway.
And it runs in a promo.
We won't necessarily. Well, I didn't mention that. That's extra. I only promise what we can consistently do and then over deliver. I always like to do that. So promise this and add in all this other that makes them feel.
Undersell, over deliver?
Yes,
is that what they call it?
Always, always, always. So I do that for every single promotion we do. I figure 35 promos per week, but we actually do closer to 50 or 60. Always do that, and they always feel like they're getting that much more. It's just a smart thing. I feel like our team could learn that a little better instead of overpromising, we will do whatever. You can have our children. Please come live at our house. That's
oh my gosh, what was
not
that
necessary.
What was that?
Don't be a racist, Jen. It wasn't an accent.
It totally was.
Just bit my tongue.
A fluffernutter sandwich.
We should have done a podcast today.
What?
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:49.
Mostly sunny with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 70s. It is 61 in Joplin.
And we've got the morning KIX takeover getting ready to start in just 5 minutes.
So go on the KIX app and the KIX website. Vote for the songs that you want to hear this morning.
But we're talking about your go-to junk food. This is the thing, when you're really binging like we are this morning. What is the food?
We wish we were.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I guess it's all the talk about food is just driving us crazy.
We've had a lot of good suggestions. Oreos, nachos, meatballs. It all sounds so good.
Starving to death.
623-1025.
I'm feeling faint.
What is your favorite junk food?
Probably Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
I always wondered why they didn't have hot ranch Doritos.
Regular nacho cheese Doritos are the top snack in the U.S. this year.
Come on now.
Yeah, Cool Ranch didn't even make the top 10.
Well, people don't know what they're missing then.
What is your go-to junk food?
It'd have to be barbecue. I do my baby back ribs for 2 hours over apple and cherry wood to bring out the sweetness of the pork. Then I wrap them up and cook them for another 2.5 hours. They'll just fall off the bone.
So is that what's for dinner tonight?
That's what's for dinner tomorrow night. The ribs are out on the counter because they were frozen.
He's got everything ready to go for the weekend.
And you're inviting Randy, right?
I don't threaten him.
Well, my pulled pork is even better than that. And then the brisket, and I make burnt ends. Oh, my goodness.
Can we talk just for a second, though, about the whole applewood misnomer?
Yeah.
Applewood and cherrywood gives your brain a subliminal message that there's going to be apple flavoring in the thing.
Right, I would assume so.
There is not. It's wood. You're burning wood. It's putting smoke into it. So it doesn't matter. Well, there are certain woods that are better for smoke.
In what way?
Because they are a denser wood, they produce a higher smoke quotient. Hickory, for one thing.
Oh, yeah, hickory's great.
Mesquite is a good one. And they have certain smoke. The smoke has a certain flavor. Apple and cherry wood, I guess it's a thing.
Are they fruity?
No. I think that's popular because of the whole apple and cherry connotation. Not because people forget, it's smoke we're producing here.
I always assumed that there had to have been like an apple sort of tone to the meat if it's apple with smoked.
Advertisers and marketers, restaurant chains and everything, they realize that they can affect your brain that way.
Thank you for ruining this for me.
I'm happy to. You know what? I get up in the morning thinking, what can I wreck today?
He really does.
And
every day.
If it's not my wife's car, then it's. What is your go-to junk food?
Oh, my God. I love garlic bread that has Canadian bacon on it, a little bit of pineapple, and loaded loaded with cheese. It is so good, and then you take and you can dip it down into the sauce. And
I feel like a lot of these are like meals, not junk food. But if you're going to do that, you might as well have marinara sauce with it.
Wait. What did you just say?
You know, marinara sauce. You need to have.
No. It's I can't even say it now. It's marinara. It's marinara sauce.
You know, it's marinara sauce.
I can't even say it right now.
Try it with me. Marinara.
No, that's not how you say it.
How I say it. Do we need to send you back to school, Jen?
Okay, say it one more time.
Nara.
No, it's
Nara.
Gosh,
See,
darn it, Randy.
Speech therapy for Jen, folks. All next week on Morning
I can't
Kicks.
even say it now.
Got the Morning Kicks takeover in Jen's language lessons in just 5 minutes.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
Kicks 102.5. I love that. Marinara. So, yeah, this whole Applewood has driven me crazy for so long, and I've never had, a public platform where I could talk about it.
And they give this man a microphone on the radio.
This drives me crazy. I'm like, you sheep, you bunch of sheep, you're being led around by your nose.
I heard the shh, and I was like, Randy, family show.
Now with Applewood bacon, and you're like, Applewood bacon, and your brain, I think, on a subliminal level, this is marketing at its best. Because Applewood is gross. Try picking up a branch off an apple tree and chewing on it for a while.
On it for a while.
You're like, I'm not a beaver. It does not taste like apple.
That's how you realize you're not a beaver, because you chew on some wood.
Has nothing to do with the flappy tail that I'm carrying around. But I think our brain hears apple and bacon and thinks, oh, what an interesting combination.
Absolutely.
And they know that. I don't think Applewood is necessarily a great wood for smoking.
Is it a real wood, or do they just call it apple wood?
Apple grows on trees. So there is an apple wood that comes from apple trees. Now, if they said apple tree bacon, you'd be like, that's not where
You're like,
that's not where it comes from. Or if they said bacon that's been smoked with apple tree wood.
It just doesn't have the same
No,
appeal.
but apple wood bacon, you're like, or cherry wood bacon. That entirely comes from those connection between the apple bacon flavor thing that your brain makes.
Yeah.
Applewood and cherrywood are not the best smoking options for smoking meats.
All right, well, let's go get food. Tomorrow we got Secret Sound at 7:20.
Okay. And we're going to be doing the Morning Kicks Challenge tomorrow. I'm not sure what we will do.
I don't know. Maybe the gargle for Megan.
Yeah, let's do that for Megan Asowitz.
Awesome.
What did I call her earlier? Megan Orkowski?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maganovich.
Was I in the room?
Yes, you just ignore me like usual.
Sounds right.
Maganovich.
You also got to figure out what I'm watching for Jen's movie rehab tomorrow.
Ooh.
And we're talking about your stupid pet tricks.
I thought we had your assignment already.
I mean, there's nothing on the calendar.
There's not, is there? It was Mother's Day. When is Mother's Day?
What about Goodwill Hunting?
Oh, hey, what a dumb idea.
Okay.
I think we need a horror movie. We haven't had one.
Oh, well, come on.
Children of the Corn or something.
Children of the Corn.
She's never heard of that.
I've heard of it because of Megan.
Maganovich?
Yeah, Megan Maganovich.
Sounds like a Chicago detective. I'm Maganovich in the Windy City.
Maganovich.
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 Okay. I think the oxygen's getting thin, so we're going to wrap it up. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye, you hosers.